Alright, so this is going to be a quick video. We're going to be pretty specific about it with regard to the library. So, the library sits on our balance sheet on the City of Brantford 2014 budget analysis, which is available on their website. I'll publish the link on my Facebook page below that, or attach it to this video. Comes in at around $4 million bucks, and they have about 50,000 visitors annually. So that's about $6 a visit, or yeah, $6.50 a visit. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That's a massive amount of people, or a massive expense per coming into the library. Like if you had to pay $6 dinner in the library and get access to that, and you were doing it 3 times a week, I don't think you'd be doing that for very long. $72 a month is a pretty hefty price to pay. I'm not saying that, you know, it could be $0 a month. That's not at all what I'm saying, but I'm saying that I don't think we're getting a heck of a lot of value for that. And I think that we could implement some of the proposals, or the proposal I have here. There's some of them. Some of the proposals I have here could be helpful in changing, in improving the revenues that are generated by the library. Number one, you should be able to. Let's look at what is similar to a library. Chapters is similar to a library. That's a multi-million-dollar company that produces profits. Even now, when lots of folks are buying books online, they're still open. Now, you know, what does Chapters do when you're inside the store? Well, they have all their books for sale, but they also have a cafe in there. And so you get lots of folks going in there and getting a book, going over, sitting down, buying a cup of coffee. Now, I don't know if we want to take the library and take it down the sales route. I mean, I'm not really interested in having that discussion, but I am interested in having we should implement that. Why don't we have like a small cafe or something where we can buy at least a cup of coffee. At the very least, a cup of coffee. That would, 75 cents or $1. Most people are already willing to pay that at Tim Hortons. Why don't we keep it here? Sure, some of the downtown businesses may be impacted by that, but I don't think most folks that go to the library are also willing to go and get their book and then take it all the way into Harmony Square to read it, because Harmony Square is kind of a loud place with lots of children there, and, it's outside, right? So I don't think that it would impact our local businesses by a significant margin, especially if it's only going to be coffee and maybe a donut, but definitely not a food, not like a restaurant. So that's one of the things I would like to see the library implement. And again, that will, provide us taxpayers with a lower expense on our balance sheet. So I see that as being a step in the right direction, because the book business and the book business model is a great deal different now than it was 40 years ago, because lots of people get their information from the internet. So print is not dead, but the market is shrinking, and our library should adapt to those terms and reduce some of its costs. Maybe instead of it being a full-on library, the library analyzes what books are being taken out and really start betting on those books or that genre, getting people in the door. Maybe it's time to look at it as being more of a cyber cafe Again, I'm not saying I'm not married to any of these concepts, but I mean, definitely got to look at how the library is being run, and why it's why it's costing us so much money. So by adding one of those shops in there, we could maybe, well, we'll definitely lower the cost, because everybody I've talked to in there would happily have a cup of coffee available for purchase, and they'd be willing to buy it, because you look in the garbage can and it's full of Tim Hortons coffee. So we know there's a potential for that there, and again, it would still be free to walk into the door. Freemium, right? So it's free to get in the door, but to use the conveniences of certain things, it would cost money. So again, I think that's one of the ways that we can take the library from being such a losing money proposition into a less losing money proposition, or even into something that's profitable, because there are people in the book business that are multi-million-dollar winners, and here we've got a multi-million-dollar loser. So and I don't mean that the staff or anything along that line should be blamed, but I think that whoever is really in charge of the library needs to implement some strategies to take it into profitability. That's it. Nothing difficult, nothing that we can't do. We just have to look at it, and if you don't think that's a good idea, well then, what is? What is? So anyway, this is going to be a short one because the library is a pretty specific topic, and again, I don't think we should spend a lot of time on it, but it's in the ward. I identified that as something that the patrons of the library would like to have, so why don't we just experiment with that? So again, so this one was a quick one. Library, Dave Swanson, Ward 5. Please like and share. Thanks.